Okay, I'm live. Let me tell everyone I'm going live. I'm live. Okay. I think we're connected to Takefinity. Hello, Karma. Hello, Red Panda. Hello, Tib. Hey, I'm at the gym. Great. Hey, Ariana. Why so spiffy? Oh, I have a great announcement today. Slop, something happened.
Something happened.
I don't see the server anymore. Well, I already announced I deleted the Discord server. I can't announce yet. Not everyone's here. So we're just going to wait a minute. Slop, yes. How are you going to say not yet?
What the flip? Why?
I deleted the Discord server because it was pretty draining on my mental health. It was like very... There was a whole stream about this. Basically,
mamas.
I didn't have really a good disconnect between my real life and streaming life. So, see, I'm streaming a lot more now that Discord's gone. So, obviously, it had a positive mental effect on me.
If you were here, Karma, you wouldn't have missed that.
It has a positive mental effect on me because I'm able to start streaming again. Also, if you, well...
Okay, cool. Awesome.
I want to run for president. I know I'm only 20. But if a felon can be in office, I think we should make me president in the coming months.
You're not old enough.
I'm not old enough.
Sorry, Tape. I failed the family.
I'm not old enough, but...
Id support, though.
If Trump wants to run for another term, which goes completely against, you know, our entire system, why can I not go against the system and run at 20 years old? I think we need a younger person in office, personally.
This is the announcement for today.
Yeah, I'm running for president. So who's behind me here? Who's going to put me in office? Anyone? Like genuinely. Yeah, that's the announcement. I'm going to be the next president. Yeah. I'm going to be the next president of the United States. That's it. No applause, no uproar. Tough crowd.
Deleted the Discord for a presidency.
Well, listen.
At Chell's less than 3, I am fantastic.
I'm better than 95% of our politicians because I'll never accept money from Israel.
Got me cracking a chuckle. I'm Treadbra. I can't with you.
I'm being serious.
I sit in behind you, slop.
I will not accept any money from Israel. So I'm better than 95% of our politicians.
SLOP,
can I have $5 if you're president? Yeah. For sure. If you're the president...
If you're president, you might have to consider we're allies with that very unfortunately.
If you're president, you might have to considering we're allies with that. We're allies with Israel. That's fine. But no one said we had to aid them. I don't think we aid any of our other allies. We're not sending $38 billion worth of taxpayer money to our allies. You're allowed to be allies with people and not attack them. That's called a mutual, you know.
Let's see the tie.
It's a Coca-Cola tie. I got it from Goodwill. You just don't have to send them money.
Solid response slot for president.
No one said we have to attack Israel or destroy Israel. All I said is we don't have to send them any money.
Pretty cute.
Any more questions for your future president? Any more?
Ignore what King Hexia do and I'd vote for you.
Can you get rid of mosquitoes?
Can you get rid of mosquitoes?
I think that's a lower problem on the totem pole, but we can try. I think first off, I'm going to be taking away patents for pharmaceuticals. The patent for insulin was sold for $1, and now it costs $2 to $10 to make a vial of insulin. And for $2 to $10, insulin is usually sold for anywhere from $50 to
Can you make
$1,000.
free healthcare?
Yes, free healthcare. Because we already pay for Israel's free healthcare with our taxpayer dollars. So yeah, free healthcare. It's insane that we pay for another country's healthcare, but we don't pay for our own people.
Thousands, King.
Yeah, I will take away all patents from pharmaceuticals. Any other questions? Also, gender-affirming care would be on free healthcare, obviously. Any more? Oh, cat lover. Any questions for your future president?
Get rid of tier rifts immediately in a proper British accent.
Could you please invest in supporting more greener projects
supporting more greener projects and promulgating clean energy ideologies?
Ideologies? Sure, but Elon Musk would not be behind my my clean energy. So right now, with electric cars, Tesla kind of owns the monopoly there. Hyundai is working on some electric cars. I think Toyota is too.
Guys, Head's cooking so
But I would
hard.
not work with Elon Musk for a green project. But yeah, I would definitely try to work for more laws that makes it a lot better for, like, okay, for example, solar panels on your roof. I would make it.
California gas converted facilities
Oh,
to turning all trash
here's another
into
thing.
clean energy, and you can ski there.
Wait. Here's
Tax
another
the
thing.
rich
There'd
and
be
give IT to the poor.
1 second.
During winter.
American citizens, 1 second. I would add more tax brackets, which means there wouldn't just be like 5 tax brackets where at a certain point taxes basically go linear, where, you know, whatever. There'd be a lot more tax brackets. So the rich people have to pay up more money. I would get rid of all the loopholes they're using to basically not pay anything. For example...
Are you here today to announce you're basically building Iron Man?
Yeah. But Trump himself buried his last wife on his golf course to consider it
Yes, King. You're so wonderful.
Thank you. A cemetery so he could write it off as tax-free. That would not be happening. Under my administration, there would be no way of doing tax loopholes like that, especially not for your golf course. The $400,000 I make a year would go to some sort of charity. I would not take any of it. And I would not use it as a tax write-off either. Any other questions?
Slop is such a wonderful president. Smiley face.
This is like how majority people nowadays get an LLC and write off most of their purchases for income tax.
Yeah, I would get rid of most loopholes that rich people use, because when they come into presidency, they basically write in new loopholes for their friends. Not under my administration. Not happening. And I think I would run on the idea that I know what it's like to be poor in America, or to come from a family that doesn't have as much, a family plagued with drug addiction. And Trump has never known what it's like to be poor a day in his life. And if Barron wants to run, Barron would not know what it's like to be poor a day in his life. And the other politicians from the Democratic Party have all been paid off by pro-Israel lobbies. That would not be happening.
Can you bring back the limits on the amount of money corporations can spend on candidates?
Yeah, lobbying would be very much reduced. Also, corporations would not be allowed to buy houses. The real estate, all of real estate in general, would probably be destroyed. Not the real estate. What's the word I'm looking for? kind of the way they abuse the American citizens by buying up hundreds of thousands of houses and then just keeping them for property value. That would not happen. I would probably limit the amount of properties you're allowed to have as an individual in America, and corporations would not be able to buy any properties in America. It would have to be an individual. Have you ever done anything to get canceled
Have you ever done anything
that we don't know about?
That we don't know about?
Even if I did, no. First off, no. Even if I did, the president that currently exists now was best friends with Jeffrey Epstein, and the rest of them have been paid off by Israel. So, who would you rather have? And no, I've not done anything to get canceled that you don't know about. I've been pretty open about my life.
Could you also alter the specifics on how much land we own for the houses we buy?
Could you also alter the specifics on how much land we own for the houses we buy? Explain that further. Explain your question further. But no, I've never done anything to get canceled that you guys don't know about. I've been pretty open about my life. But even it would have to be worse than being best friends with Jeffrey Epstein.
In fact, we can move our entire house because of this.
We legit own none of the rights to our houses. In fact, we can move our entire house because of this. Okay. Let me read the first. Could you also alter the specifics on how much land we own for the houses we buy? We legit own...
The land under our houses.
We legit own none of the land to our houses. In fact, we can move our entire house because of this. Can you also alter the specifics on how much land we own for the houses we buy? I'm not understanding. Any other... Keep the questions rolling. Also, Monsanto would not own any patents on their seeds. That whole shit would have to be... It would... I mean, I understand it would go through the right courses and stuff, through judicial law and everything, but I would try to make sure that Monsanto has no patents.
It's the way we can't plant trees legally, build garages, etc., because the city owns our soil.
Are you talking about basically an HOA city? Like, saying that there's certain types of plants you can't plant, blah, blah, blah. I would have to make that federal law because a lot of that's state law. Like, for example, my city has a lot of laws on that type of stuff.
Well, no, even outside of that, we don't own the rights to our soil.
It's the way we can't plant trees legally, build garages, etc. because the city owns our soil. Well, no, even outside of that, we don't own the rights to our soil. You're basically explaining like HOA type laws. I vote you for president. Thank you. Thank you. Outside of HOA neighborhoods. No, I understand what you're saying. You're saying like cities basically make HOA laws where they're allowed to say what does and doesn't happen on your land that you own. Hello. I mean, I could work on that. I would just have to know the specifics of, Thank you for the follow, Harvey's real wife. Hello, Casey Funk. What we dressed up for? I'm running for presidency. Everyone's going to say, you're not old enough. You're not old enough to run for president. Our president is a convicted felon. I think we could put me in. And it's a democracy. We're a democracy here, guys. If the people want it, the people shall have it. All right? So put me in for president. That's what this country stands for, democracy. And if the people vote, then the people shall have. Brainslop 2026. Put me in, guys. I'm not old enough to vote, but I vote you.
Bro, yes, distinguished slop.
I'm just saying, we're a democracy here.
World.
And if Trump is trying to run for another term, 2028, he's already fine with breaking the rules. So
it censored me, bruh.
Let's just break the rules, guys. Throw me in there. I will immediately... Look, when Trump got in office this term, he gold-plated the White House. That shit is going out the door. If I get in that White House, there's no gold plating. because it's not kings running this country. It's people. There will be no gold in the White House. And I'll be damned if I let Baron Trump be our next president. Not happening. Thank you. So I'm stepping up. And I will not be taking any money from Israel or giving any money to Israel in my term of presidency. And Netanyahu can come here himself and throw a little hissy fit. Speak your truth. Thank you. Thank you.
Also do some to reduce the amount of power credit holds in this country.
You're talking about like credit cards, credit, like, etc.? A few countries are perfectly fine without it.
A few countries are perfectly fine without it.
Yeah, I agree. But my first orders of business are going to be things that help the people. Like I said,
and by a few I mean most.
Patents from pharmaceuticals will be taken out as quick as possible, as quick as that can be passed. Patents from pharmaceuticals. I think the entire patent system needs to be rewritten. In terms of lobbying, I'd try to get rid of as much lobbying as possible, because right now, 90% of our politicians are paid money by AIPAC. Either we'd have to change the way AIPAC works, we'd have to change some sort of law, something there to get that monitored and watched, because right now they aren't allowed to monitor or watch why the money goes into lobbying for AIPAC. When in reality, we're sending money to Israel, and then they're using the money we send to them to pay our politicians. So the tax dollars that you work your 40-hour work week for literally gets money laundered back into your politicians to vote for stuff you didn't vote for. They're literally laundering your money through a system to get your money back to vote for shit you didn't vote for. I'd stay, but I really don't. I don't really like politics. All right, see ya. But yeah, I'm running for president. Any other questions, guys? Thank you for the 2 follows and the almost 5,000 likes. No. All right. So you guys have I have your vote now?
Ooh, and pay our teachers more king, 'cause half the stuff going on is because of lower literacy rates.
Pay the teachers more, because half the stuff going on is because of lower literacy rates.
National teacher shortage, not fire.
I think I would want.
Yes,
I was about to say I would.
Whole education system.
I want to change the entire education system, but also I don't have any great ideas on how to change it.
Eliminate McGraw.
Oh yeah, McGraw is going.
Is.
McGraw is gone. But I would talk to teachers mostly and see what they think would. Because teachers are the ones that know the education system. They know what children need. They have the passion for teaching children. That would be the ones I talk to.
Indy McGraw.
And just talk to me.
Eliminate everyone in the government. That would be the ones I would speak to. Or put as our Department of Education someone that genuinely is passionate about teaching the youth. Someone that genuinely has taught for years of their life. That would be the kind of person I would put in. Change the FDA as well. Yeah, I'd probably look towards other countries, and the banding, like Red 40 would be gone. A lot of artificial food dyes. A lot of stuff like that. But again, I would want to talk to someone that is significantly more intelligent on the subject than me and put them in charge of it. Not someone like RFK, who has no degree, has nothing, literally nothing. So yeah, I would talk to someone who is significantly more intelligent than me on the subject and put them in. Yeah.
When you get around to it, do what China does with their eggs. Like too many pigs getting poisoned.
Also, disbanding the CIA.
They inject their chicken so you can
That's a pretty big
basically
one.
eat eggs raw.
But first, people will be like, why are you disbanding the CIA? That's how we get our intelligence. Well, first, I would make sure all the documents that I could make sure, depending on what our politicians vote, would be declassified completely. Unless it, of course, directly interferes with, I don't know, the security of the nation, like secrets, blah, blah, blah. But I would expose all unethical stuff the CIA has done, which would show to the people they need to distrust what the CIA has done to American citizens. And then I would say it needs to be disbanded, because it just leads to corruption.
Sadly, they'd end you for that, but I support.
Yeah, they can try to JFK me, but I don't think I'll let that happen. I don't think I'd let that happen. I would make sure my voice is very loud before I go out. I'd be like, look, guys, not on our watch. Not on my watch. I'm going to win. I'd win. Literally, that's my mentality right now. I'd win. I'd be the first president with piercings. That would look pretty cool in a history book. Yeah, let me pull out my death note. You think you're smarter than me, CIA? Not happening. Oh, but yeah, JFK files, declassified. Epstein files, declassified. The concept of you outsmarting the Central Intelligence.
But I get what you mean.
I mean, I guess we'll just have to see who wins. It'll buff out. He has a death note. Yeah. They don't know what I'm hiding. I'm not hiding anything. Central Intelligence Agency. Please
Coffee
do not.
baby or hydrogen bomb Oslop.
Yeah. Anything else? Any other questions, guys? So far we have defunding Israel. We have, I'm sorry, you'd have my full support. I'm messing with you. Thank you.
Mandatory restrictions on AI.
Oh, I forgot all about AI. Yeah, of course.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Slippy tubby.
Another thing. Okay, Trump was all, we have to ban TikTok because TikTok is sharing our information with our foreign adversaries. Israel signed a deal with Google and Amazon to give all of our information to Israel. We commonly
also,
share
do
like
something about Wi-Fi. It's literally just a paywall for the internet.
As I was saying.
I am sorry, guys, but character I've been with me ever since I've been website all the way until now. Slop versus Trump fight when?
As I was saying. Hey Bailey. Anyway, as I was saying, we give Israel all our information from Google and Amazon, and we're not like trying to shut down Google or Amazon. We're just like, okay.
As you was saying,
that's fine. But then TikTok literally just lets us post videos, and they're like, they're giving all our information to China. Because I'm running for president. Yeah, I'm running for president, so I'm trying to get some votes in right now. Everyone pass around the news.
Senator, I am Singaporean.
Yeah, he was Singaporean. Also, try to find a president in like the last 3 or 4 that we've had that didn't support Israel completely. Obama, I'm pretty sure, gave 38 mil. Trump, I'm not sure how much, but I know he was paid 200 mil. Kamala Harris was paid like 5 million. Joe Biden was paid 11 million. JD Vance only got like 100K.
Obama and then damn drones.
Wakanda forever paid for by Kamala
No.
Harris.
She goes, endorsed by Kamala Harris. And then she goes, how dare you say Merry Christmas? Merry Christmas, everybody. Look, I would have much rather had Kamala. But they all pay Israel. And I don't stand for it. The only one that has not taken any money from Israel is Bernie Sanders. The only one that has not accepted any money from Israel is Bernie Sanders.
Hello, Brainslop.
Like, how? No one's talked about that. That Bernie Sanders is the only one that has not accepted any money from Israel. On AIPAC, he's literally got like the green...
I know about the bill. I wrote the damn thing fired Bernie Sanders.
No one talks about that. I thought Bernie Sanders, is he running on the Democratic Party or is he running on the... what's it called?
I meant fire, as in he's fire.
Hello. Hello, we're talking about presidency right now. Me running for president. Anyway.
I believe he's Democratic.
I thought he was Democratic, but I thought he ran for... What's the Green Party called? Oh my God, how can I not know what it's called? It's where you're neither. Independent. Independent. What did you say?
Independent.
Yeah, independent. Hello, Wapafied.
I spelled it wrong.
Independence. So, do I have everyone's vote? Have I swayed you all enough? Put me in that Oval Office. I'm about to put my feet up on the table. First order of business is I'm getting rid of all the gold from the White House.
Oh yeah, you have mine king.
No more gold in the White House.
Nice text, President Soup.
Thank you. And no more money to Israel. All our money stays in America, and your tax dollars actually get used for you.
It'll decorate the White House for Christmas.
Slop.
Yeah. All your tax dollars actually get used on something that you would want and need.
He said soup LMAO.
Like,
I was correcting.
Thank you. Free healthcare. Free healthcare, guys. That's all I gotta say. And then the Republicans are like, then you're gonna have to wait in line all day. Yeah, well then at least you get paid for. Jesus. And if I get rid of the patents on pharmaceuticals...
I am a she and IKI said soup on purpose.
Can you bring me to meet Kirk Hammett? Maybe? No? I don't know. Maybe?
I am a he and I was still correcting you.
No? Anyway. Yeah, guys, start making the posters right now.
Don't play with me, girl.
Start making the posters right now. Brainslop for president. Start posting them around.
I'm trying to play with you. I ain't speak that way.
I'm about to get my cookout drink. Also, cookout.
Well, not that way.
Guys, you're supposed to ask me questions about my presidency here. Every other day I'm wondering what the hell
I am.
I am sorry, I had to talk to Tibdeep.
Yeah, do that, but with Brainslop on it.
I am thinking of questions, King. Hold it.
Alright, I'm waiting.
What would you do for the kids' brain sloopy sloop?
What would you do for the kids? In terms of
Bro, change the top priority profiling in the justice system.
Turtles are pretty cool. Bro, change the top priority profiling in the justice system. What do you mean by that? Explain. Explain. So far, my top priorities is defund Israel, expose the CIA, free healthcare, your tax dollars being used not to fund genocide. Let me think what else. I gotta scratch my nose.
BRAINSLOP for president.
Also, I'd be the first president with piercings. Pretty cool. Where'd you put turtles on the animal ranking scale? Dude, I don't know. It's censoring me. It's the big shadow government censoring you right now.
Slump pickle BRB.
Okay. Hello, Ariana and Jacob.
It's censoring me so the demographics I am a part of are the ones legally profiled more.
It's censoring me so the demographics I am a part of
is what I was saying.
The demographics I am a part of are the ones legally profiled more. What are you drinking? Cookout. Tea. The future president has to stay healthy. Starting to think you don't like turtles. I like turtles. They're pretty great.
It won't let me use adjectives to describe people of my type.
I understand what you're saying, but what do you mean more legally profiled? In terms of legally profiled in terms of the justice system. Bro, change the top priority profiling in the justice system. Are you talking about for running for something? Are you talking about just anyone in the justice system? Like, I just watched 13 Guys.
13 is such a good movie.
What is your
favorite animal?
favorite
The criminal justice system continues to regurgitate racial discrimination.
Well, there's plenty of systemic racism already existing, like redlining. Again, the stuff the CIA did with the Black Panthers. Like you said, racial discrimination, profiling. How would I fix those issues? I would probably talk to someone that's more intelligent about what...
Yes, and majority of that goes hand in hand with the profiling regulations.
Right. I would talk to someone who obviously understands the issues far greater than me. And we'd figure it out. So... What's the dude that goes, I'm not on my phone, I'm taking care of business? That's the dude I would talk to. How are you, dude? I'm doing pretty great. But no, in all seriousness, yeah. The stuff that I don't have many answers on, I'm pretty sure are people that would have a lot more...
Me and Scott are at Domino's Heat.
Awesome. Would have a lot more, like... intelligence on the subjects.
Going as far as making substances obtainable by specific demographics much more of an offense.
Yeah. Also, I would probably legalize Mary J's. Because it should already be federally legal. I don't partake, but it's also such a stupid offense to go to jail over, and we don't need to be putting couch potatoes in jail because they just want to smoke a little. Again, if alcohol is legal, why isn't Mary J's legal? Makes no sense. Also, if you're allowed to go and risk your life for the country at 18 years old.
Bring back abortion
Why are you
rights.
not allowed to smoke? Yeah, abortion rights for sure. Because I think a woman should have consent over the birth that she is giving. So yeah, abortion rights for sure. Any more? If we're talking about gun rights, I think you should be allowed to protect yourself from a tyrannical government, but more screening, a better system.
Especially if the woman has a high chance of passing during after birth.
Governor, can you name any laws constituting the rights of a male's body? Right.
Right. So yeah, a woman, obviously, bring back abortion rights. That shouldn't have even been a thing in America. Anyway. Next issue. Another thing. If our country was going to war...
Political awesome sauce. Santa can't say that for most people.
If our country was
emoji.
going to go to war, it would not happen. Because if it did happen, I would go to the front lines. I would not send any 18-year-olds in my name to go kill other people for me. I would not go and send 18-year-olds to be drafted to another country for me if I was not also going. Draft would never happen in my name. Never, ever. And if worst came to worst, and it absolutely had to happen, I would be going to.
I promise you they did younger than 18 back then, which was pretty
that's
crazy.
insane to send children out to kill for your own gain. Would not be happening. Under my administration. For climate activism, talking about climate laws, I would bring in Greta Thunberg. I would just talk to Greta, because she's been talking about it since she was literally 11 years old, about climate change in general. I would try to figure out what the best course of action.
They sent up to play music to encourage the soldiers.
I definitely would not sit there and
a really bad risk for them.
I would not sit there and try to get rid of the Geneva Convention. Anyway, I would not sit there and shame Greta Thunberg for actually doing something for Palestine, like our current president is. In fact, I would try to bring her home. Think about it. Think about getting rid of the Geneva Convention. What is your reasoning for getting rid of the Geneva Convention? Free for all for anyone. Gonna be like a COD lobby. I was kind of just talking about how I don't want to go to war.
Palestine should have never had these problems to begin with. It's really sad.
Palestine should have never had these problems to begin with. It's really sad. Well, if you know the whole lore here, it was Jerusalem first, then the Romans went and destroyed Jerusalem, and then the Ottoman Empire took over, became Palestine, and then the UK kind of promised Israel and Palestine both freedom for their own, and they won. And so it was kind of the UK's fault that the UK was like, oh yeah, we promised it to both of you, so now you guys can just fight over it and we're not getting involved. But America has paid for the America has paid and Israel has hit Gaza or Palestine in general with the
Oh baby UK, you're so weird.
With the same as 7 atomic bombs. Yeah, the same as 7 atomic bombs, I'm pretty sure. And so We funded that. We paid with our tax dollars, which is not something we voted for. And most American citizens will never have to see the sight of the genocide happening with the money that they give to the government every year. They will never have to watch that happen. So I say if I run for president, I get presidency. I'm not going to allow American citizens' money to go to that. That doesn't mean I'm going to sit there and try to... I mean, I can intervene.
Also more laws to help reduce human trafficking. Sorry for the misspells it's censoring.
Like I said, I can try to intervene with humanitarian aid, but getting directly involved with the conflict would probably cause more harm than good. I think just alone ending their funding would probably make them very angry and probably retaliate. But that's okay, because we're Americans. And we're not going to let no one step on us.
It's the second most contributing crime globally, sadly.
How do you stop human...
Because if you really dive really deep, you see Israelis mocking Palestinians, which is weird.
Of course they are, because they know that they're funded by us. I mean, to them, they just have Big Brother on their back, you know, feeding them money. They know that it's an easy win for them. And they can starve out Palestinian children. They can try to intercept humanitarian aid, commit war crimes. And so, yeah. Yeah.
Like I saw a woman dressing up as a mourning mother saying, oh, imagine being her place.
I came in at the wrong time. No, I'm running for presidency here. This is my president's stream, guys. That's what the suit is for, yeah. This is what I'm going to go into the Oval Office with. They'd be dressing up as troubled people.
They'd be dressing up as troubled people of the genocide and act as if it's a cosplay.
You're a very good president. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Hello, something light. Anyway, any more questions on my politics? Please do better than the orange. That would be pretty easy to do, but I'm gonna hope that I can do like 200 times better there. It really does depend on the rest of the politicians that would pass the votes or not. But I'd be calling them out. If I was president, I'd be calling them out. I'd be like, look.
All for the sake of money.
Just so you know, your politicians have been paid this much by Israel, blah, blah, blah. I'd be a little bit of a loudmouth. I'd be like, and this is the law they decided to not pass or not vote through. Just saying.
Be careful of people who will hurt others for the orange.
Yeah.
Release them damn Epstein files.
Like the Epstein files, I would be saying straight up, here are the people who voted to not release them, just so you know. Here are the people who voted to release them. It was 49 to 51 last time, and then the last time was a government shutdown, so, you know, the day before what happened to Kirk, it was 49 to 51, and it was 51 Republicans voted not to release him. 49 Democrats voted to release him. Honestly, I think they purposely tried to make it look like a split vote or a really close vote when it should have been through the hoop. Everyone, even Republicans, wanted the Epstein files to be released.
Don't do annoying orange like that, Don.
Because even Republicans that voted for Trump were saying they wanted the Epstein files released because
also,
they
for
believed...
the love of God, help tenant unions regulate living costs.
Yeah, I can do that. Anything else? Anything else? more tax brackets, less tax loopholes for the rich. No corporation major house buying.
I love him. I think you'd like him.
No, I don't know him. Defunding Israel, CIA, releasing CIA files. Let me think. What else? Already said no corporation house buying. Already said I would probably I don't want individuals
censored me.
I don't want individuals to be able to buy more than 3 real estate properties in terms of houses. I think if you need more than 2 houses,
I jokingly said, "Get friends out of here."
Slop, I might be on the phone with the love of my
platonic.
life. Sick.
Not love, but whatever.
Ah, whatever. Anyway. What do you guys think about my presidential run? Veto? You ain't even heard my policies yet.
No more funding and genocide?
Yeah, no. I'm defunding Israel completely. Entirely.
Whatever. I do whatever I want. Eric Cartman.
Your shirt looks awesome on you. Thank you. Yeah, defunding Israel entirely. Also, BlackRock has laws set in place to basically government protect them through the system. That would not happen. Pharmaceutical patents would not happen. Monsanto would not be allowed their patents they have. Can we get rid of Airbnbs? Washed up Penguin Zero. Well, I'm not a big fence sitter like Penguin Zero, but thank you. Can we get rid of Airbnbs? Yeah, that was kind of one of the things I was talking about. Like, owning 3 properties, I think, should be a max. I don't know why you would ever need more than 3 houses unless you're literally trying to beat the system in a way where you're just buying more and more and more and more properties to rent them out. Yeah, Hawaii, we're not having any more part with Hawaii. They need to be able to take back their land. I don't know why the fuck we decided that was ours. They need to drop the house prices, dog. Well, the way I would do that is I'd make it where you can only have 3 homes. Because in the middle class...
Let them have their queens again, FRFR.
For real, Hawaii we should have never fucking stepped our greasy piggy little toes into Hawaii and made it into a tourist town. And ruined it completely when it was beautiful.
They don't wiped out their royal hierarchy. Done asterisk carrot.
So yeah, I would give Hawaii back their place willingly. In fact, instead of sending money to Israel, I'd send it to Hawaii. Be like, rebuild, guys. We're so sorry. No, I wouldn't. I mean, maybe. Probably of my own money. The $400,000 I would make a year from the job. But $3 billion more to Hawaii. Yes.
Oh my god, and stop the rich from owning islands.
Yeah, that's... Yes. I think I would also want to give more reservations to Native Americans. Because how much money do we give to Israel? Yearly? It's somewhere in the billions. I think it's... God, let me search up exactly how much we give to Israel yearly. How much money does America give to Israel annually?
Support.
3.8 billion. $3.8 billion. Billion with a B. But yeah, Native Americans, I would probably give more reservations to, because thank you. Yeah, $3.8 billion. That was in 2019. We gave $3.8 billion. The money has rised yearly. And Israel has a population of...
Natives have been getting targeted. Bad VRUH.
Well, Israel has a population of 9.9 million people. And New York has 8 million people in it. So imagine if America just gave $8 billion to New York every year. $8 billion. Mind you, our president would never think of 9 million people. Yeah. Natives have been getting targeted bad. Yeah. Not under my administration, they will not be.
Ooh, and lower education costs like China has Harvard being a few hundred a semester.
Yeah. But you would have to... Well, you have to see that, like, that would come with tax... You'd have to figure out how to fully organize out taxpayer dollars. Once you stop sending it to other countries, you still have to pay money every year for our defense systems.
Money to different places.
Can we pass the bill that I get $20? Sure. You can have $20 of my $400K I make a year. Even though I'm sending all of it to Hawaii anyway. Make everything cheaper. That's, it's a lot harder to, well, it's not that hard. You just have to kind of make it where rich people stop getting so much. But, yeah.
King, could I work for you if you become president?
Maybe. Maybe for like a charity thing. Yeah. But yeah. You can do it, I believe in you.
Wait, you'll run with you for VP.
You're running for VP? Tib, I'll work with you in charity. No, I just meant like I would start up some sort of charity cause. Probably for like...
King must always give his night.
Have.
Talk all the politics you want, I'd still hit. Thank you. Your mom probably likes cold. Thank you. First attractive president in like... Probably since JFK. I think JFK was a pretty attractive man myself. No, Obama. Let me think. I don't think Joe was attractive. I don't think Trump was attractive.
Hidwell talking about the depreciation of the Japanese dollar.
Obama, pretty attractive. JFK, pretty attractive. Eisenhower. Nixon. Man, we ain't had a lot here. Anyway, America needs a strong leader. And Trump can barely walk. List off presidents and politics statics. Raw. Thanks. You'd be like the youngest president. That's, yeah. Obviously.
Make gym memberships free at the bottom of your to-do list.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I'd be the youngest president with 2 piercings. I don't think a president's ever had a tattoo before. I can get a tattoo
up
too.
the minimum wage.
Move up minimum wage. I could do that. Again, I think money will flow very easily, and I think a lot of our problems will be like the actual cost of $1, where $7.25 actually means something in this economy, would come directly from punishing the rich people in our country. Moving up our minimum wage does nothing if the dollar continues to grow with inflation. And the dollar continues to grow with inflation because our money continues to be printed, because we are literally allowing the rich to get richer and richer and richer and not putting any pause in it. We're sending all of the tax dollars that you guys work for, the ones that you work your 40-hour job for, 40 hours a week, work and slave your life away, student debts, everything, all the money that you get your entire life is going to the causes for these rich people. And then they spend all their time literally finding ways to pay less tax dollars. And the ones that get into politics get paid your tax dollars back to you. So rich people are the problem. It's not Democrats, it's not Republicans, it's not whatever you want to use as your scapegoat. It is just that the rich people are able to hoard so much money in this country. It's not the immigrants taking jobs. It's not whatever your political agenda aligns with. It's none of that. That is not at least the major problem in our country. The major problem is that rich people will use whatever scapegoat they can to get you to vote for them. Would you ever hide something from the people, even if it would be beneficial to hide the truth? Would you ever hide something from the people, even if it would be beneficial to hide the truth? No. No. What would be beneficial to hide the truth? Like if aliens existed or something, what would be beneficial to hide from the people? I can't think of anything. Like I said, I don't know what would be beneficial to hide. That just creates distrust in your leader. Would you hide the aliens? If aliens existed, hide that haircut. About to make me become a dictator. Am I your art school? That's crazy. Your hair looks fire. Thank you. You look cool. Thank you, Bubbles. Thank you for the follow, Bubbles. Anyway, vote for president, Slop 2026.
I was job searching and I saw an ad for iTrainer. I know things getting bad, bruh.
Yeah, I'm getting rid of that. Put me in next year, and we'll get rid of that. No more AI. I'm pretty sure Sam Altman is the one that owns ChatGPT. He would have to answer to me. I'm pretty sure. ChatGPT CEO. Yeah, Sam Altman. Sam Altman is going to have to come and have a visit with me. I'm going to say, listen here, bud. Shut that shit down now. And then I would go to Sora and I'd be like, listen here. Not in my country. Hey, Jellyfish. Hey, Celeste. Yeah, so we would push back laws on that. Again, I would find someone that is a lot more intelligent than me on this subject, but I understand it's a problem that needs to be fixed, so I would go to someone. Instead of just thinking that I know it all on my own and be like, I know what to do, I know what laws to pass, blah, 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 blah. I would find someone. If you said, listen, bud, to me, I think I would never take you seriously again. Okay. We got 4 followers this stream, guys. You're a buddy, not a boss. Thanks. What if dogs could have pets? House party poster. Okay, my fault. Where do you see my house party poster back there? So what are your thoughts on guns? Just curious. I think they need more regulation. I believe the Second Amendment right, people take out of context, they say, well, the Second Amendment right, so we have the right to own guns. No, the Second Amendment right exists to protect you from tyrannical governments. The Second Amendment right was made because the British were entering people's homes without anything, like no way to defend yourself. So yeah, I think American citizens should have the right to own their own firearm and to bear weapons. But currently the regulations on them, or the punishment for your child getting a hold of a gun. Also, schools aren't tackling mental illness. America in general is not tackling mental illness at all. What about school shooters? How would you regulate? Just as I was talking about, there's no free healthcare. So me as a student, I didn't have just therapy sessions. There was no screening. It seemed like mental illness was not taken seriously at all in schools. So first off, we have to tackle that problem. I understand that children should not be able to get guns at all. How food is made in America should be looked at. Also, school lunches. School lunches are terrible. There are lots of other countries that can do healthier meals for children for cheap prices. But instead, school lunches are terrible. So we would look at that and fix that. I think, honestly, I'm kind of for school uniforms. I don't know about you guys. I think school uniforms, or the way Japan handles schooling or other countries handle schooling, is better. So I'd probably look to other countries for education system. The reason I agree with a school uniform is because no kid can be bullied for social status, whatever. But that would be something I would look at more and consider the pros and cons of both sides. Because I understand it's for expression that kids can go and blah, blah, blah. Japan has a higher self-unalive rate. Well, that's also self-unalive rate for the working class. They also have a higher culture of pride and, like, what's the word? Status. Like, Japan's culture in general is different than America's culture. I don't know what the statistics look like for American students versus Japanese students in terms of unaliving.
What are we talking about?
We're talking about a school uniform, like school uniforms being enforced. Ooh, I hated school uniform. All the serious talk while drinking a huge tea. What can I say? I love cookout. It's my American blood.
I side with outfit restrictions in school, but not uniforms.
See, I'm personally for school uniforms. Because I think uniforms in general make it to where there's no social status in schools. I understand it takes away expression from children. But like someone said, it creates routine and responsibility. But that's not really that big a serious thing. That would, again, be a side thing. That's not anything meaningful. It's just an idea. But if you're wondering like how I would fix the whole school shooting problem, the first thing I wouldn't do is scapegoat it on it's got to be because it's a trans student or blah, 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 blah. The way that they've been trying to do it recently, thinking that they can scapegoat the problem. Obviously, the problem is that these children have access to weapons, which needs to be fixed. The problem isn't the weapons themselves. The problem is that these children have access to them, and mental illness is not being tackled. And a lot of these children are getting access to ARs, like automatic rifles.
School is almost job hours mixed that with too much restrictions, and it plays into bad mental health. Not the contributing factor, but it does play a part.
Thanks for the clarification. Too much restriction and it plays into bad mental health. I don't know if really school uniforms count that much as a restriction. Like I said, which is worse for the mental health? A kid that has to go to school wearing something that is obviously like going to be looked at as poor or bad dressed or whatever, if everyone has to dress the same, who the fuck's gonna make fun of each other? They're gonna be like, damn, he's wearing the same thing I am. I can't make fun of him for it.
I get you.
Also, like, I think it also just plays into that sort of, like, I think American children should be taught manners better. Well, if we got rid of classism in general by getting rid of the rich, why would clothes even matter? In a capitalistic society, you can't really get rid of the rich. There will be always a lower, middle, and upper class, but you can take away the amount of power that the higher class has. Because right now, the higher class has significantly more power. There is no balance. Thought you were better than this. You haven't even let me finish my statement. Right now, they have significantly more power. They're able to hoard all this money. They're able to take over politicians. Blah, blah, blah. And that's the problem we're facing right now, is that there's no restriction on these people. In any society, there will be a higher class, there will be a middle class, there will be a lower class.
Also, yeah, expression plays a deep role in the youth's mental development.
Yeah, that's completely fair. So add more art classes. Add more places where they can express themselves.
I don't like uniforms, but maybe a much stricter regulation.
Like, there are ways that children can express themselves. Hello. There are ways children can express themselves. And outside of class, they're allowed to wear whatever they want to wear. I'm driving to work. Awesome. I would hope so. Thank you. Anyway, we're almost at the 30K mark. 30K likes. Anyways, impeachment. I'm getting rid of all the tariffs. And I will not be playing the stock market the same way Trump is, giving his rich buddies millions of dollars every time he wants to crash it intentionally. So I can't get $20. No, not if I'm doing it through stock market crashing. Thanks for liking the live, Shamam. You just lost a loyal customer. Anyway, thank you guys for 4 followers. I'm probably going to end the stream soon. I'll probably upload this one to YouTube just because I thought it was funny. Yeah, vote for me for president. Vote for me for president. Put me in. Okay. Put me in office, guys. And let's get Trump out of here. All right, I love you guys. I love this great country. And I'm about to make... I'm about to fix it.
Bark.
So, I'm Rowan Bark for your future president.
Ruff.
And I'm about to leave. Meow political. Thank you for the political meow.
Wow.
Thank you, David. Alright. Ending stream now. Love you guys. You're all beautiful people. I'll see you all later. Next stream tomorrow. I hope someone made an edit. Got some screenshots of me in the fucking suit.